Canterbury has some of the most spectacular scenery you can find, so 7 of us set off on a 2-day adventure, starting in Ambley through the Waipara Hills and along the Waipara River for our first stop at... well, he was an interesting guy. It seems we'd be surrounded by DR650s for the next 2 days, with only 3 of us amongst the unbreakables. Dean would prove a handful in his KTM 690 rock chucker, Paul on his Husqvarna 650, and me on my BMW 650 Soteo. As we wound our way through the backcountry bitumen, the hills opened up onto the Canterbury Plains, and it wasn't long before we led onto our first section of gravel. The long straights on a grippy surface allow the BMW to stretch your legs. This is when the 650 Soteo comes into her own, providing a confident yet inspiring run. Finally, we started climbing the Wai River Hills, and the scenery was simply breathtaking. This is something my amateur camera rig failed to capture, as I was having way too much fun to be concerned about a GoPro strapped to my chin. These guys have been riding together for quite some time, and I was still getting used to things. A pattern quickly emerged, and I worked out that Guy's throttle only had 2 settings, fully open or closed. Paul was always hot on his heels. Dean went from enjoying the scenery in a leisurely trot to a madman only concerned with winding his KTM around the tranquil hills. The rest of the crew, Troy, Steve and Birch, took things in their time with no obvious hurry to get there. It's almost like the 3 of them took in the scenery and reported it back to Guy and Paul, who surely missed most of it. I found myself between the 2 groups with long periods of time not seeing any other riders. I soon learned to either wind it on or sit back and relax if I wanted any company. I fitted new tyres for this trip, and I decided to try the new Motors Tractionator adventure. As with all new brands, there was a level of mistrust to begin with, but I soon grew with confidence as I found grip on the most marbled surfaces. The tyres are yet to be surveyed for the New Zealand conditions, but I would happily use them again.
I didn't turn my traction control off, so I didn't have any brakes when I hit the corner. Just went straight. It was like, fuck. Yeah. Problem is, you can turn it on. As soon as you turn the ignition off, you turn it on again, the traction control comes in.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so
Paul decided to give Dean 690 a go, and the two swapped over. Paul took off, showering us all with gravel. I'm sure there were some choice words used as he disappeared in front of us. I hid behind Troy to shelter from the roost, and took off after him, but my BMW was no match for the speed of the KTM. Steve knew a man with a very interesting man cave, so we stopped in Huranui for a look. Steve wasn't wrong. He had a collection of vintage bits and pieces that can only be explained by him. He hosted us with some funny stories, and his lovely wife served tea to those who wanted, while the rest of us had a nice cold beer. I'll keep his name quiet for now, as I have no idea whether he'd want some random visitors or not, but with a house like his, it would be a shame not to share.
Gotta get some footage. Thanks very much.
We said our goodbyes as we left one by one, but this wasn't before I had a chance to appreciate the local wildlife.
See ya.
Please remember to click like if you enjoyed this, and don't forget to subscribe to catch episode 2, when we travel from Kelvedon to Mount Lyford over some very interesting mountains.